Heading north to Ruakaka for the Whangarei Racing Club there today, a 9-race program, and the Gibbs Bradley team no doubt looking to dominate once again. And we're going to run you through the card as we're running out of time here on the Punters Lounge Live, and we'll chat to Thad Taylor about each and every race. Mason Roxanne 420 and 175 is the favourite in the first of the day. This one is first up to the races for Danielle Johnson. And Sir Peter Vella, the Ramsey Ritchie team, trained her, a daughter of Schnitzel from Madame Escher's. $5 for Mr. Haas. He's on debut by Delgar for the James Wellwood team. Jordan Nason doing the riding, and Loose Cannon at $8. Maiden over 1,200 metres here, Thad Taylor. These races at Ruakaka generally move forward into some very good three-year-old classic races. Is there anything the punters are looking to stand out in race number one?
I wouldn't say stand out, Matt, but we've, both these first starters have been well backed. Mason Roxanne at $4.20. That was $4.80 when we opened this market. So a decent push there. Certainly to say Mr. Haas is not friendless for Roger James either at $5. The Pike stable had two in the race, Ripper Eagle and Sacred Quartz, who's since been a scratching. Now, Ripper Eagle's a horrible result for us at the moment. It's been 15 into 12 off the back of a good trial win, but before Ripper Eagle took all that money, it was all on Sacred Quartz, Matt. So just for your viewers, I'd be marking down that runner in my little black book, Sacred Quartz, if you see that nominated anywhere in the upcoming few weeks or so. But at this stage, Mason Roxanne, clearly best backed. Ripper Eagle is our worst result.
Yeah, Sacred Quartz, nobody missed the trial at Te Rapa. It was pretty easy, but we'll have to wait for another week. Race number 2 sees the running of the Beer Morgan at Harcourt's Bream Bay over 2,100 metres. Major Tom, are the punters saying we put a line through his last start, Thad, and go again today?
You've got it. You've nailed it, Matt. Down to Rotorua, away from his happy hunting ground. Obviously chasing that cup race down there, but get him back to where he loves it, and that's Ruakaka, $2.80. They've totally forgiven him. Look, Jake the Muss for the Gibbs Bradley team is knocking on the door at 3.8 of their runners in this race. That's the one that they do like, Jake the Muss. And some interesting money for Rock to Bank. It's been a fraction disappointing at Te Rapa. Perhaps the trip away, the step up in distance may suit Rock to Bank. May race up on the speed and try and run them a merry dance. But so we have had a $1,000 bet on Rock to Bank at $13. But yeah, it's forgive. Get Major Tom back to Ruakaka, and we'll start counting the money, Matt, in race 2. He's
favoured in the weights against Jake the Muss as well. Jason Tarn tipping Jake the Muss ahead of Major Tom there in race number 2. The third is the Harcourt's Just Rentals over 2,100 metres, amazing as 270 and 130. Thad, there's plenty of coat pullers telling us how good this horse is. Is the money saying the same thing?
Well, you betcha. You betcha. Best back to the day. Up there, Matt, amazing as. Look, a very good win. Last start, steps over ground for the first time, which obviously customers and connections and everyone in New Zealand are suggesting that will suit the horse. So it was $3.50. We had a $6,000 bet at 3.5, now into 2.7. Just to give us some idea, they've got 7 in the race, the Gibbs Bradley team. And they're only backing one of them. So if you could take out the other 6, you maybe go to back the rest of the field and turn a profit. But at this stage, as I say, best backed on the card, amazing as.
Okay, over to the fourth we go now. The higher pull over 1,600 metres with a scratching of Aim Smart and Uabasso. We're left with a field of 9 to run to the post. This one over 1,600 metres. Marbles looking to go 3 in a row. The daughter of Jimmy Shue, Danielle Johnson, to do the riding. Kyria Lyson, $4.20, and final suggestion at $4.40. Thad, interesting runner here, Kyria Lyson, the 5. It's dropping back 2 grades and only goes up half a kilo with Jasmine Fawcett's claim. Is there any push for the 5 here?
This race is really lacking a bit of shape, to be honest, Matt, after the scratching of Aim Smart, and I can't give you too many leads here. There isn't a confident push for any one of those 3 Gibbs Bradley runners in right in that market, the 5, the 7 and the 8. So really a tricky race, which actually means currently losing results are some horses outside that Blue Lagoon, resuming today's 21 into 16. Creative Genius was double figures when we opened into $8. So, and right down the bottom, Alpha Star as well at $14 is a losing result. So this is perhaps a race where the Gibbs Bradley stable aren't quite as confident or don't quite know which one of those 3 is going to win. And I certainly can't give you a lead off any money I'm seeing, Matt.
Yeah, Kate Cowan with a 3 kilo claim picks the ride aboard Blue Lagoon there in race number 4. The 5th is the Harcourt's Whangarei. This is over 1,200 metres. You go for Scolo. This one in the Valachi Downs colours, of course, sponsoring the Punters Lounge Live. 360 and 140. $4.20 for Vinevale, $5.50 Ricky Tiki Tavi. What have you noticed about race number 5 here, Thad?
Hugo Viscolo's back, Matt. That's what I've noticed. First up into this, has had a trial for it, and the money's been very solid around him. I've had a number of 4-figure bets on Hugo Viscolo to resume with a win in the race. Probably the other major point of note is Vinevale and Ricky Tiki Tavi. Vinevale's 3 from 3 from the course. There was good long shot money for it in the Foxbridge at around $81. I think got into around 51 at the close. We would have thought perhaps that was the way they were going at this stage. Ricky Tiki Tavi's clearly the better backed of the two, Vinevale and Ricky Tiki Tavi. So mark that down in your book at this stage. Ricky Tiki Tavi better backed than Vinevale, which is a little bit of a surprise to us here. But that's not to take anything away from Hugo Viscolo, Matt. Clearly the best backed runner, and they're expecting he'll resume with a win today.
Yeah, good information there, Thad, that Ricky Tiki Tavi's been better backed than Vinevale. Our punters at home will certainly appreciate that. Oil race number 6 is the MWIS Lawyers over 1,400 metres. We drop back in trip here. We scratch 7, 11 and 12. Dance, $3.40. What is the money saying about the fresh up chances of the daughter of Master Craftsman, Thad?
Says we got this market wrong initially. That's what the money says, Matthew. Dance. Opened at 5.5, third favourite in the race behind Hello It's Me and Contessa Vanessa. Yes, at this stage, clearly all the money from a Logan, I said I wasn't going to do that, from a Gibbs Bradley perspective, has been with Dance. They've got Hello It's Me, Rockabye Baby in the race as well. So take what you like from that. I would suggest to you though that we've probably found the bottom of its mark there around 3.4. I won't think it'll be drifting anytime soon, Matt, but I think that price will hold up for a little while longer. Look, for Contessa Vanessa has to be a massive chance in the race. We know what a talented mare filly, or mare now that she is. Looking for anything else they like at longer odds. Probably not a lot there, Matt. Ann Doyce is an interesting runner. Got a high-powered profile group of owners in the ownership line there, but I think they're probably looking for a little bit more ground, and the 1,400 will be a little bit short for it today, but will be doing its best work late, as they say. But Dance, clearly the best backed in race number 6.
Yeah, funny you should say that, Thad. We were never offered a share in Doris, were we? Race number 7, we turn the page to this one. You speak of smart fillies and mares. Well, there's a pretty smart one here in Melts. What's the money saying about her fresh up run today, Thad?
Treat it with a little bit of trepidation. I see $3 on the totes, which is matching up with where we are. Yeah, look, they're backing around it a little bit, Matt, which does surprise me to some degree. It could be that she needs the run today and she will improve with racing. I wouldn't be putting you off, but this market a little bit more open than some might have initially thought. Certainly Star Performance at 3.2 is second best backed in the race, so disregard that $9.40 you're currently seeing on totes. That will nowhere near hold up into a race like this. And down the page a little bit, even Weka Force at 8.5 has support. So yeah, I'll be watching this market pretty closely, Matt. $3 around Melt. If I thought of a Nigel Tiley runner with her profile was opened up at $3 for her to resume, they would have been climbing out of trees, as they can sometimes do. That has not happened here, so watch this space closely, I'd suggest.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that price as the day evolves there. Ruakaka, that's race number 7. The 8th on the card is the Harcourt's Bream Bay to be run over 1,200 metres. Not usual hard to be ridden by Darren Dennis. For the Gibbs and Bradley team is the $4.20 favourite, $5 for Popstar Princess, who's fresh up. Daughter of McPhee, of course, the sire of Horse of the Year. Bonneville, Swiss Watch 7's down to Toy Kingdom at $5.50. The last of the day here. Thad Taylor, I was keen on the 31s around Danana, who drops out of some very good 3-year-old racing. What are the punters saying in the last?
Yeah, well, that sort of sums it up. If you're going for a $31 shot, Matt, I'd suggest that sums up the feeling around the nation around race number 8. We've got Not Usual Hard at 4.2, going for 3 out of 4, and at this stage, not really much interest in Not Usual Heart. In fact, Icy Red off the ballot has been the shorter in the race. I think $15 when we opened into $10. So that's some interesting money around Icy Red and some interesting non-money around Not Usual Heart. Swiss Watch, Matt, is the other one I need to mention resuming. Looked pretty promising last preparation. Not sure what price it's into now, but opened up double figures and now well into single figures around 7.5. So you liking a $31 shot pretty much sums it up. It is wide open. I just warned punters around the lack of money for our current fixed odds favourite, Not Usual Heart.
I reckon I found one of the last two at double figures as well, Thad, in the form of Ruakaka. This one gets a couple of kilos off its back. It comes up in this race as runner number 12. 16s and 480 is the price from a positive barrier draw. But Poker Face, 480, 185. If the real Poker Face turned up, then he looks hard to roll on the last, Thad.
Yeah, look, he deserves a win, you'd say. Look, he's got a very consistent form line and he's often flattered to deceive. He gets back and he gets home, which obviously can, not always work at Ruakaka. But maybe by the last race they will be storming down the middle of the track. And look, it draws nicely, so probably can settle, a little bit closer to the speed this time in. There is good money for CC Signor at $5 for the Bradley Gibbs team. And Fancy More's been the shortener here, Matt. Des Coppin's value bet on the radio this morning. A stack of money on this was $11 this morning, or I think it might have even been $12 this morning when we reopened these markets, now into $8.50. So a little bit of value in the last might be around Fancy More. There is good money for Poker Face again, as there always is. But again, it's pretty much like the 8th. They are backing a few here.
So Thad, are we confidently going to say that Amazing As is the best backed runner of the day at the Ruakaka?
Not a single doubt in my mind, Matthew.
All right, Thad, thank you very much for your time this morning on the Punters Lounge Live, brought to you by Valachi Downs, Amazing as one of the better bets of the day from many people. Let's take a look at Brendan Popplewell and see what he's put together for us today as his $100 betting strategy. He's going to take a $40 percentage boxed multi, any 2, any 3, all 4. Amazing as best backed runner of the day from Thad Taylor. Dance Dance. She opened third favourite. She's now the clear-cut favourite in race number 6. Star Performance in the 7th and Pop Star Princess. And he's got a $60 boxed place multi with the same horses as above. His best is Amazing as. His each way is race 8, number 5, Pop Star Princess.